I suppose most notable would be the debut edition of AEW Rampage last night on TNT. And it was awesome. I loved it. The featured match being Kenny Omega defending the Impact Wrestling Championship against Christian Cage a week or two ahead of their pay-per-view match at AEW All Out. Not sure on the date. I'm going off the top of my head. Which will be for the AEW Championship. And Kenny Omega, of course, multiple champion, holding the AEW, AAA, and Impact Championships. And programs began with that featured contest, which would have been in much like WWE NBC specials, Saturday night's main event, and then of course the live broadcast, the main event, which they only did a handful of those actually live, but the feature contest was always the very first match. And well, we were treated to a title change as Christian Cage walked away with the Impact Championship. He's already got an opponent announced for the next Impact pay-per-view event, which I can't remember the guy's name. So please overlook that. I was, paying attention to AEW. What a, fantastic program. It reminded, I mentioned that it, reminded me of the format of the WWE special events on NBC, but perhaps more than that, it reminded me of ECW when they were on TNN. Largely because that was, a 1 hour program on Friday night on, cable television. And although those weren't live, they seemed to do their best to jam as much good content as they could into that hour, and that's what I feel like AEW did successfully. We saw the Del Fuego guy come up short in his attempt at the winning the TNT championship, but he did get his contract in spite of how the match went, and that was pretty cool to watch because it was it seemed like a genuinely surprising moment. It was nice, and I guess the actual main event for the program was Dr. Britt Baker and Red Velvet, which man, I thought that was pretty rough. I enjoyed it, but my goodness, did she ever put a beat down on Red Velvet with the proverbial curb stomping her. And I think that there was a guy passing the mail truck, so I had to ease back on the gas a little bit to avoid a head-on collision. Don't want any more of those. Yeah, Dr. Britt Baker in her hometown of Brittsburg, Pennsylvania, with a strong showing. So that was cool. I enjoyed it. I think I give it a. I mean, I'm not trying to give the 5 stars or anything, but I would give it an A+ for a debut TV wrestling program as far as being memorable, and it was very much memorable.